Hey everyone, you are welcome to our journey through the mysteries of the universe. Let us explore the unknown together tonight. I'm Sarah. Again, I'm going to read some text from the book of Osho, The Dimension of the Mysteries. Let us go. Science is a demystification of existence. Hence, it is absolutely impossible to feel any sense of the mysteries through science. The very method of science prohibits it. It is just like somebody who is blind trying to see through the ears, or somebody who is deaf trying to listen to music through the eyes. The very method becomes the barrier. Science has a definite methodology to it, and that makes a limit. It gives a demarcation, a definition. It is absolutely necessary for science to be defined, otherwise there would be no difference at all between science and meditation, between science and the religious consciousness. Science means being definite, being absolutely definite about facts. If you are very definite about facts, then you cannot feel mysterious. The more you are definite, then the more mystery evaporates. Mystery needs a certain vagueness. Mystery needs something undefined, undemarcated. Science is factual. Mystery is not factual. It is existential. A fact is only a part of existence, a very small part, and science deals with the parts because it is easier to deal with the parts. They are small, you can analyze them, you are not overwhelmed by them, you can possess them in your hands. You can dissect them, you can label them, you can be absolutely certain about them. Their qualities, their quantities, possibilities. In that very process, mystery is being killed. Science murders mystery. If you want to experience the mystery, if you want to experience the mysterious, you will have to enter from another door, from a totally different dimension. The dimension of the mind is the dimension of science, and the dimension of meditation is the dimension of the miraculous, the mysterious. Meditation makes everything undefined. Meditation takes you into the unknown, uncharted. Meditation takes you slowly into a kind of dissolution where the observer and the observed become one. Now that is not possible in science. The observer has to be the observer, and the observed has to be the observed, and a clear-cut distinction has to be maintained continuously. Not even for a single moment should you forget yourself. Not even for a single moment should you become interested, dissolved, overwhelmed, passionate, loving towards the object of your inquiry. You have to be detached. You have to be very cold, absolutely indifferent. And indifference kills mystery. Between the world of meditation and the mind, there is a bridge. That bridge is called the heart. The heart is just exactly between the two. Hence, the poet lives in a twilight land. Something of him can be scientific and something of him can be mystic. That is the anxiety of the poet also, because he lives in two dimensions, diametrically opposite. Hence, poets tend to go mad, tend to commit suicide, are always known as a little bit crazy, outlandish. Something about them remains berserk, for the simple reason that they are not settled, anywhere. They are neither in the world of facts nor in the world of existentials. They are in a limbo. The poet can have a certain taste of the mysterious, but that too, only rarely it comes and goes. Mystics lives there. The poet only jumps once in a while and feels like joy of jumping beyond gravitation. But within a minute or within seconds, he is back, crushed against the forces of a gravitation. Poetry is a kind of hopping. Once in a while, you are in the sky for a moment, you feel as if you have got wings, but only for a moment, hence the despair of the poet. Because he feels again and again from his peaks, he gathers a few glimpses, the greatest poets too. The greatest poets too have been able to gather only a few glimpses of the beyond. The mystic lives in the world of mystery. His approach is absolutely transcendental to science. He is neither in the mind nor in the heart, but in the beyond. He has transcended both. If you really want the experience of the mysterious, then you will have to open a new door in your being. I'm not saying stop being a scientist. I'm simply saying that science can remain a peripheral activity to you. When in the lab, be a scientist, but when you come out of the lab, forget all about science. Then listen to the birds, but not in a scientific way. Look at the flowers, but not in a scientific way. Because when you look at the rose in a scientific way, it is totally different kind of thing that you are looking at. It is not the same rose that a poet experiences. The experience does not depend on the object. The experience depends on the experiencer, on the quality of experiencing. When the scientist looks at the rose, he thinks of colors, chemistry, physics, atoms, electrons, neutrons, and what not, except beauty. Beauty does not come into his vision, and that's what the rose is. The poet to the painter, it is totally different experience. The rose is a manifestation of the unknown, of the transcendental, of the secret of life itself. It represents something of the divine. It brings into existence something of the sky, something of faraway stars. It grows on the earth. It is rooted in the earth, but it is not just part of the earth. It contains far more than that. It is greater than the sum total of its constituent parts. The science only comes to know it as a sum total of its constituent parts. There is nothing more to it, but the poet starts feeling something plus. The moment you dissect the rose, the beauty disappears. The rose was only an opportunity for beauty to descend, a receptivity of the earth for the sky, a receptivity of the gross for the subtle. The poet feels that, but it is a feeling, it is not a thought. So when you come out of your lab, forget all about the atoms, forget all about the cosmos. Rather start looking afresh with a first different vision. The vision of a child, the vision of a boy, the vision of a lover. When you look at the woman you love, never think of her in terms of biology. Otherwise you will miss the whole point. She is not biology. She has a being far greater than any biology can contain. When you kiss her, women, don't think in terms of what is being transferred from lips to lips chemically. Otherwise, you will be disgusted, for won't see any poetry. You will be puzzled. But what all these poets have been talking about is only an exchange of bacteria, germs, millions of germs, dangerous to you. It can be a matter of life and death. Beware. When you are making love to your woman, don't think in terms of hormones. Avoid the nonsense, otherwise the whole love act will be simply a mechanical phenomenon. You will be there and you are not there. You will be just an observer, not a participant. And the poet's whole secret is participation. Looking at a flower, become the flower, dance around the flower, sing around a song. The wind is cool and crisp. The sun is warm, the flower having its prime. The flower is dancing in the wind, rejoicing, singing a song, singing Alleluia. Alleluia. Participate with it. Drop indifference, objectivity, detachment. Drop all your scientific attitudes. Become a little more fluid, more melting, more merging. Let the flower speak to your heart. Let the flower enter your being. Invite him. He is a guest, and you will have some taste of mystery. This is the first step towards mysterious, and the ultimate step is if you can be a participant for a moment. For a moment, you have known the sky, the secret. Then become a participant in everything that you are doing, walking. Don't just do it mechanically. Don't just go on watching it. Be it dancing. Don't do it. Be it dancing. Don't do it technically. Technique is irrelevant. You may be technically correct, and you'll miss the whole joy of it. Dissolve yourself in the dance. Become the dance. Forget about the dancer. So, my friends, thank you very much for joining me tonight on this journey, on this adventure. Until next time, keep seeking the truth. Bye bye. Goodbye.